Howdy! How you doing? Hello! Why am I saying hello so many times? Because we are talking about our H sound today, or our sound. It is also very handy when singing the song Hip Hop Hooray! Ho! Hey! Ho! I just had to do another throwback song for you all. All right, here I am, Rebecca Robbins from Mindshaper SLP, coming at you today with part 5 of my sound series, and we're talking all about the sound today. So, as you can see, the cue for the sound is pretty simple. You just hold your palm flat like this. So this is one of the only cues that doesn't use my 1 and 2 finger cue for the voiceless distinction. But you just hold your flat palm in front of your mouth like this and breathe on it. Say the sound like that. So that's how we say our sound and cue the sound. And again, you would model it for your child, and then your child would imitate it. If your child has a hard time imitating the sound, then there are some tips and tricks that I have for you that you can use instead. So you can have them, you can take their hand and you say the sound on their hand, and then they'll actually feel your breath on their hand. And that will give them that tactile input that they're supposed to breathe out. Now, interesting note, the sound does not have a sound partner like our b and p sound do. And that is because when the sound is what's called a glottal fricative, for all of you speech nerds out there like me. But basically, it is airflow that is made through the open vocal folds, and it's happening right in here in your larynx. So if you were to voice that, I'm going to try it for you right now, it would become the vowel ah. So basically it's either ah. So when you add the voicing and your mouth is in that position already, the sound turns into the vowel ah. So the cognates, or the sound partners, are 2 consonants that are the same with the difference of voicing. So doesn't technically have a sound partner. So back to our tips and tricks of how you can cue the sound for your child if they're not able to imitate it readily for you, is you can, like I said, you can take their hand and you can breathe like that on their hand. Something else that I do that works really well is I have a trifold stand-up mirror, but if you could just get in front of a mirror where you and your child can be side by side, and then you get real close to the mirror and say, and then your child will get the visual feedback of the mirror getting steamed up by the breath coming out. And you can also turn it into something fun by you go, fog up the mirror, and then you can draw pictures in the mirror, and that might be motivating for your child to help teach your child how to turn on and activate that outward flow of breath for the sound. If that doesn't work, another thing you could do is hold up a tissue right in front of your mouth and go, and then the breath coming out will make the tissue blow. So anything, I think you're getting the hint here, that anything that provides some sort of visual feedback to the sound flow and also some tactile feedback, just as with all of the other sounds, is going to be helpful for your child to be able to activate the muscles and the things that they need to activate to make that sound, which is that forced exhalation, which is basically what the sound is. So, I am just checking my notes here. I want to make sure I'm not missing anything. So I did want to just kind of take a minute to make a point, because as I was like prepping for this video and thinking about what I'm going to talk about and showing you the cue, I realized we're in the time of the coronavirus and COVID-19 right now. So to encourage people to breathe on their hands is probably not well advised. And certainly your child's speech therapist is not going to be able to do this in person, and your child's teachers are not going to be able to do this with your child in person, mostly because one, it's against COVID regulations. Two, they will have masks on. So not only will they not be able to model something like this, a cue like this, because visually the mask is on and it is the visual aspect for your child of what the therapist is doing with their mouth. And also, it's going to make it harder for your child to sense what they're doing with their own mouth with that mask on. So it is going to be even more difficult. I'm realizing with all these sound videos that I'm doing that they involve touching your face and very near the mouth, and that's not going to be well advised for anyone who is not in your family to do with your child, which is why it's so important for you as the parent to learn these skills so that you can do them with your child, so that your child does not have to be impacted by the fact that when they go to school they're going to have to wear the mask. They're not going to have to be as impacted as much because they're going to get that really good, valuable in-person exposure from you, where you are able to get up close and personal with their mouth, which is really what's needed when we're working with these nonverbal and minimally verbal children, in teaching them really how to gain control of their mouth and how to produce these speech sounds. So I just wanted to throw that out there as just another reason why it's really important for you as the parent right now to really take ownership and control of your child's speech development, because you can do it. I've taught so many parents to do these cues, and it has made the difference. When I work with their child in their 30-minute speech sessions, however many times a week, sure, it can make a difference. But when the child is getting that exposure with me and at home, they're with their parents way more than they're with me, that's really when we start to see that snowball effect and things start to click and things start to happen. So that's just something to keep in mind. If you want to dip your toe in the water, check out my free video tutorial, Teach Your Child to Say Hi and Bye, where we actually use this hand cue in that video and the B hand cue. I literally take you and teach you how to teach those words sound by sound, and then how to carry over the actual production of these sounds and turn them into functional words, and teach your child to say hi and bye in the moment, and give you lots of different examples of opportunities to practice that. So if you're interested in that video, it's bit.ly/say hi bye. The link is in the post. You can just click on that to take you on over there. And enrollment opens very soon for my signature program, Nonverbal No More, where you learn not only the entire hand cue system, but you also learn everything you need to implement it into your own home, including how to set up a structured therapy practice, how to do it during your normal day-to-day activities. So when you sign up for my free video, you'll be on the list and be first to know about Nonverbal No More and when enrollment opens for that. But before I let you go, I just want to give you a couple of other examples or activities that you can work on the sound with your child. So of course, working on the word hi. So I'm going to go ahead and give you a sneak peek of what's in the video and show you how to cue the word hi. So it's two sounds. It's the and the vowel I. And if you remember back from video 1 in the sound series, I is actually a 2-part vowel. It's one vowel sound, but it actually is a combination of 2 vowel sounds together. It's called a diphthong, a funny word that I love. But so the cue for I is I, like that. So it's a combination of ah plus E, I. Or you can do the gross motor cue of I. So to cue the word hi as a whole word, it would look like this. Hi. 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 Or with the gross motor cue, hi. Like that. So you can work on having your child say hi. You can have them say hi when you're on the phone with someone, doing a video call. If you're in, the grocery store, maybe. It's a little bit difficult now to do that out in public with things being the way they are. But any opportunity you can to say hi would be a great opportunity to practice. So then you can work on saying hey. And you can use that as a way for your child to use that word to get your attention. So they can say, hey is how you cue that. So A is like this. Hey is the cue of how you would cue that word. And when you're teaching that word, you can like play a little fun game with your child where maybe you cue them to say hey, and you kind of look away when they say it, you go, oh, you scared me. And then hopefully they'll think that's funny and be motivated to say it again and again, because we want to motivate our kids to try saying these words over and over and over again, because like we said last week, that is what creates the deep groove in our brain that makes the signal from the brain to the mouth happen really quickly and automatic. And when that automaticity happens, that's when the drill part becomes speech, because now they can just say it automatically. So it's really important to get that repetition so we can really make that groove in the brain really defined. So, and then the other tricks were just, you could breathe on the mirror and draw silly pictures or whatever in the fog in the mirror. Make sure you wash your hands very well after you practice these cues. And please sign up for my free video tutorial, Teach Your Child to Say Hi and Bye, bit.ly/say hi bye, and kind of dip your toe in the water of my hand cues. You'll get on my list for Nonverbal No More. And before you go, please comment below. Let me know, what was your biggest takeaway in this video? And what questions do you have for me? What are some of the words that you could work on with your child that have the sound in them? I would love to have some interaction and some chat with you in the comment section below. So that's it for today. Thanks so much for tuning in. And I will see you all next week when we work on part 6 of our sound series. All right, talk to you soon, everyone. Bye.